Oh my goodness, you're in for a treat today because today I'm going to be revealing what might be my best tip ever on the forehand when it comes to adding more spin and power, and we're starting right now. So I made a pretty big promise. I said you may be getting the best forehand tip you've ever gotten in your life when it comes to adding more power and more spin to your forehand. And this tip's a little weird, guys. I call it the stinky shoe tip. Oh my goodness. And that is a stinky, smelly shoe. And it's not just coming from me. Some of my students, I was even on the phone last night, and the guy said, you know what? I'm rocking that forehand with your smelly shoe tip. I said it's the stinky shoe tip. But more on that in a second. Before we get into this video, who am I? My name is Peter Freeman. You're watching our Crunch Time coaching channel, and we are a worldwide leader when it comes to tennis instruction and fun. So if you don't want to miss any of our videos and you want to get better just by watching us a couple times a week, what I want you to do right now is slam on that subscribe button and ding the notification bell. That way you won't miss any of our videos. Okay guys, so before we show you how this stinky shoe technique works, I want to make you aware of two problems you might be having on your forehand that are very common. The first one I call hiding the wrist. Now you've probably watched some YouTube videos now and are familiar with a term called wrist lag, which is basically laying that wrist back. Well, a lot of students that I see come out, they actually hide the wrist into their belly button and away from the ball, and then when they go to hit, they're not hitting with very much power or control or spin. So you want to learn how to lay that wrist back, and the stinky shoe is going to take care of that. The next thing is, if you do set up and you do have a nice little laid back wrist as you're getting ready to hit, but you find that you're hitting a number of balls into the net, it may be because you're here and you're not getting low enough on your shot. So you're driving a lot of balls into the net, and this is a very common problem that pretty much anybody who plays tennis runs up against at some point, where we're not banging our legs as much as we think we are. We're not getting the racket low enough to get a really nice rally ball. We're getting some height over there. So watch how easily this stinky shoe method works and kills two birds with one stone. It's really helped a lot of my students to where they develop a really awesome rally ball immediately after doing this drill. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to be in a ready position. We're putting all our weight in our non-dominant hand. That's important. This hand is going to be very, very loose. So many people hold on the racket too tight here. So we're holding the racket up with this non-dominant hand. We're in a ready position, and then we're going to go right into a unit turn. Again, nothing's changed. This hand is holding the racket up. This hand's very loose. Then what's going to happen is you're going to let go of your non-dominant hand and let the shoe fall. You see how that shoe just dropped right away? Now what's that doing? That's making me bend more than I'm used to doing, because I want to make sure that shoe hits the ground. And look how the wrist is laid back and pointing to the tennis ball. And then I'm going to practice some shadow swings up and finish. Notice how I then relax over here. So it really promotes getting a nice brushing, spinning up that ball, getting into a great rally position, hitting tons of topspin and power on the ball. So again, let's practice one more time. We're here. We're gonna let the shoe drop. Now it's dropped. Look how it naturally bends my legs. You're probably bending more than you're used to at this point, and then coming up and swing. After you do that 3 or 4 times, you're gonna get your racket, you're gonna put it in your hand. It's gonna feel super loose. And you still want to be working where this is very, very loose. This, you're holding all the weight of the racket up. You get into that unit turn, and then you feel that drop, and you come up and you do your swing. You do this a number of times, 3 or 4 times, and you're really feeling that same rhythm that you're feeling with the stinky shoe. Then you can have a buddy come on out, feed you some underhand feeds, or you can use a ball machine, or you can rally with somebody, and you're going to notice instantly how you're getting the ball higher over the net than you're used to with more topspin. Let me demo a couple so you can see how it looks. So there you go, guys. Whoever knew a stinky shoe could have your forehand looking so shiny and new? All right. Yeah. Anyway, if you would like to improve your forehand, I got something really cool for you right now. It's called the Modern Tennis Makeover, and I've made a really cool commercial for it. And you are going to get a free 5-part series on how to build a better forehand. Enjoy it. Hey, stop there. This is Pete from Crunch Time Coaching, and today I want to give you a modern tennis makeover on the forehand. I've got a 5-part free training series that is going to cure most of the problems I see from recreational players over the age of 40. Most recreational players lack the desired spin, power, and control they want because of inferior, outdated stroke technique. Funky grips, poor setup, and incorrect swing pass are killing your forehand. Sign up for my free 5-part series, Modern Tennis Makeover, and start building a better forehand instantly by watching my first video on core power, which I promise is going to be an eye-opening experience. In video 2, watch one of the biggest changes that's happened on the professional tour in the last 7 years, used by your favorite pros, Djokovic, Federer, Murray, Nadal, and it's used to dramatically shorten the swing cycle, yet increase racket head speed and power on the ball. In video 3, I'm going to show you how to absolutely murder your approach shot. In video 4, I'm going to show you why not only learning a swing volley is a costly mistake, but I'm also going to show you how and when to use it. Finally, in video 5, I'm going to show you a disguised topspin lob that's going to have your opponents walking on eggshells every time they approach the net against you. I promise fun, enjoyment, and improvement, or your money back. Guys, it's absolutely free. You have nothing to lose and a modern forehand to gain. So click here to start training instantly and watch the first video on core power right now. We'll see you inside the free training series.